Audio check 1 2. Audio check. This is the 2023 report to state, live from the Capitol Extension on the grounds of the Capitol of the state of Texas in Austin. Our program will start at 9:30. Receiving the report on behalf of the state of Texas today is the Deputy Chief of Staff of the Office of the Governor, Jordan Hale.
Which is also moved to the vote on civil justice. And then you'll also see so the tax unit is very so my true we're listening towards staff. And then most of us were posted to that when before the attention for the scholars. So I still had to make a pause. My posting for when we always use the government we go to the department schools, still have department. So we always stood out, and now they've gone back to them. Is it this one here? That's when you all supported. Yes. This units is 25 years. We buy it sort of upside down, so it's sewn on upside down addition to. That was pretty slow. I guess I have one of the things. I got it. Easy. Andrew, how do you want the flow? So are they going to start? People know that we're not using this one. I think it's definitely waiting for the salt. Use it because this thing is not a spick. Is there coffee? What is it? The coffee. Yeah. Okay. And the last one. Well, actually, and unfortunately, I was going to say, you got to run out. I don't think so. So we have a trainer and sugar. He said it's hard. He's started. He's trying to use this product, which is he's driving out of here. It's like me. I failed inspection because of my emergency brake. It's broken from the bottom. And it's been working for 4 years, and they expect to be in the president. They also failed my wife and the original wife and was like, we also, oh no, I'll go forward and 9%. Oh no, you pass. So when I was in June, on the road, I'm never down like this. I'm sitting there, they did the tailpipe test. Wow. Well, that would make me good, Travis. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking to discover what the blue sign is. So a special machine they have, right? Yeah, they did. That's why my father. Yeah. They didn't do anything. Yeah. When I first started seeing that, yeah, because I was here. I was going. Yeah, it was very long there. And you told me to be by your talk. I thought early for that's amazing. Yeah. North and south, right? This here. Only you. Adults talking used to sing. There's an American flag right here. I'm getting the stars on this. Oh, I don't see it under. Right. I can make one. Not a many calls.
I don't know if this is for, but I'm making.
Put it in. Yeah. You guys are saying very well. They've been in for a year. Claim those five.
For the live stream audience, we just had breakfast service start, so it'll be just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the name. He's working on he's looking at Now you're hungry. Oh, yeah. No, you wouldn't expect that. Yeah. I was choosing in my so
I say anything else. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all, both here and online, for joining us today for the 74th Annual Report to State Ceremony. My name is Ben Hoffman. I am an Eagle Scout from Troop 511 here in Austin, and I will be serving as the Master of Ceremonies for today's event. I hope everyone has come through the ice storm intact, at least in Austin. Yet again, my Scout training has come in very handy, as I have spent the last 3 days camping inside my house, which is very cold and dark. Regardless, could everyone please come to attention for today's invocation? It will be led by Judah Dela Cruz from the Capital Area Council. Following the invocation, please remain at attention for the pledges to the United States and Texas flag, led by Gabe, Sewell, and Alyssa Stauffer of the Longhorn Council, and the Scout Oath and Law, led by Alex Sexton of the Caddo Area Council. So could those mentioned please come forward to lead their part? Invocation.
Please prepare yourself in the manner in which you are accustomed. Lord, we thank you for this day. Help us to do our best every day and forgive us when we slip. Teach us to be kind to other people and to help them at all times. Bless our parents and teachers and leaders and all the members of Scouting. Bless us, Lord, in your love for us. Help us be better Scouts and let us do our best for you. Amen.
Scouts, attention. Scout salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now please join me for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Please join me in the scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the scout law, to help other people at all times, keep myself positioned on, mentally awake, and morally straight. Now please join me in the scout law. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and two. Thank you for your time.
Y'all can all be seated. Thank you, Judah, Gabe, Alyssa, and Alex. Now, I'm gonna have to ask some of you to stand back up because I want to take a moment to recognize any Scout executives or council board members that are joining us today. So if any are present in the audience, could you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Okay. At this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Tim Urban. Dr. Urban received his PhD in aerospace engineering from the University of Texas in 2000. Now, I'm about to be an Aggie, but I have to admit that a PhD from UT is very impressive. Dr. Urban is also a researcher at the University of Texas at Austin's Institute for Geophysics. UT again? Really? He is also the director of NASA's Texas Space Grant Consortium, which is a group of 65 institutions focused on space research. As a scouting volunteer, he is on the executive board of Capital Area Council as the vice president of STEM, promoting science, technology, engineering, and math. Welcome, Dr. Urban.
Right. Thank you, Ben, for that introduction. Good morning, everyone. So it's my honor to speak to you today about what I do and how it relates to scouting. So as Ben noted, I'm the director of the Texas Space Grant Consortium, which is a part of NASA's higher education throughout the state. NASA has an arm of Space Grant in every single state in the nation. Texas has two designated space grant colleges, UT Austin, where I work at the Institute for Geophysics, and Texas A&M. So it's probably the only place UT and A&M work together really, really well all the time. I'm here at UT. My counterpart, the chair of my board, is at Texas A&M. He's a professor there and a former astronaut, Greg Chamatov. So how cool is that? I get to work with an astronaut every day almost. So together we work with students with over 40 other colleges across the state. Each state space grant provides students with opportunities to explore STEM. So that's my work hat as well as my volunteer hat. I get to combine the two, which is great. And we also provide funding in terms of internships, scholarships, and fellowships for students. Here in Texas, I'm fortunate to work with NASA Johnson Space Center engineers, providing students with opportunities to work on NASA's most challenging problems, projects that help astronauts and spin-off technologies that help people here on Earth. Projects like developing better sensors, lighter, faster, more sensitive sensors for detecting carbon dioxide or leaks on the International Space Station. Better lighting so astronauts can get better sleep and be more mentally awake. Everybody's mentally awake, right? That's a scout thing. All right. What else do they do? Better alarm systems for emergencies. Every scout from first aid through emergency prep, you know how to deal with emergencies. Let's see what else. Health considerations like developing lighter exercise equipment. Got to stay physically fit, right? That's part of the oath. Monitors to prevent muscle strain in your shoulders and back. Equipment to relieve headaches. And then some really, really cutting edge cool stuff like heads up displays for augmented reality for astronauts to do EVAs, extravehicular activity, whether they're going outside the space station, crawling around out there, or very soon, walking on the moon again. So who's heard of the Artemis mission? Whole lot of people, yes. So NASA's Artemis mission is coming. NASA's returning to the moon. Texas students are researching where to land, developing landing site areas, designing hardware, like antennas for communication, cargo carriers for the next moon rovers. And just like scouting, every person has an opportunity to join the adventure. Nobody is left behind. So the Artemis mission, if you don't know, is named after the sister of Apollo. And in this new era of space exploration, NASA is planning to launch the first woman and the first person of color to land on the moon. And I'm sure just like 2/3 of all astronauts, they will be scouts. All right, final charge now. What you need to do so we can all get back to the moon is to be prepared. So that's the scout motto, right? It's also a call to action. Be prepared, scouts, to take every opportunity, especially those STEM opportunities that you get in scouting. Be prepared, parents and guardians, leaders, legislators and staffers, to support your scouts and our future STEM workforce. So this country needs more engineers, more scientists, more computer programmers, more medical doctors and techs, more aviation technicians, manufacturers, welders, on and on. These are all STEM careers that we need. And if you look at the scouting merit badges, look at your Cub adventures, you can get a taste, maybe even a head start on a lot of those fields. So whether you're making a faster Pinewood Derby car, or building a responsible fire, or launching a model rocket, or protecting our national resources, all these experience in scouting will help you prepare for a STEM career, possibly with NASA, maybe as an astronaut, definitely in the STEM workforce America needs and on the cutting edge of what Texans can do. So I challenge all of you to be prepared for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Urban. At this time, it is a great privilege to introduce a fellow Eagle Scout and the Executive Director of the Texas Military Preparedness Commission for the Office of the Governor, Keith Graff. Director Graff has worked in politics and government since his graduation from Texas Christian University. He started managing a grassroots campaign for a state senator and later served as the senator's administrative director. He has since held positions that include being regional director for United States Senator Phil Gramm and North Texas field director for Texans for Rick Perry. He currently serves in Governor Greg Abbott's office, where he was previously the director of the Office of Aerospace, Aviation, and Defense, and currently serves as the director of the Governor's Texas Military Preparedness Commission. He has worked with American and international companies to promote the growth and expansion of the aerospace and aviation industry into Texas. He was appointed by then Governor Perry to serve on the Texas Cybersecurity Council, and he also serves on the Texas Homeland Security Council, and was recently named as chair of the Lone Star UAS Center of Excellence and Innovation at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, and lastly, serves on the Texas A&M Engineering Experiment Station Advisory Board. There we go, A&M, finally. Director Graff is a huge supporter of scouting and is serving as a report to state chair for 2023. Welcome, Director Graff.
Well, first of all, welcome to the Texas Capitol.
I'm sorry we're not able to use the chamber that we normally use. There have been some rules put in place that have not been paid attention to, I should say. So they're now implementing those rules that we can't use the chamber during session. So roughly every other year, we'll find an alternate for doing the report to state. This is 74th year we've done report to state. I want to encourage everyone to come back because next year will be the 75th anniversary. We want to make this bigger and better than what we've ever done before. I want to give you a little bit of history of this building in case you've never been in. So we're in what's called the extension of the Capitol. Back in the late 90s, there was a fire in the Capitol and it almost burned the whole building down because they had a bunch of temporary offices set in. And if you think about when the building was built in 1888, the entire Texas agencies were there, from the Supreme Court, the Agriculture Commission, the Comptroller's Commission. There's still a lot of old vaults that are still in the building if you go, but we outgrew the building. And so in the 90s, the legislature decided to build the extension that you're in now. So there's 4 floors, 600,000 square feet. It took 44,000 dump trucks of dirt and rock to make this giant extension we're in. There's 2 floors of office space, and below us, there's 2 floors of parking space. So I want to encourage all of you before you leave, if you go in the south entrance to the Capitol, there's free tours. I think about every 45 minutes they give tours. And some of you got to do this, but when you go to the rotunda, there's a star in the very middle of it on the floor. Everyone needs to go stand on that star and say something or sing something, because the incredible acoustics, it bounces, echoes all the way around you, but it's only if you're standing on that star. So that's something I encourage you to do. Walk around the building. So with that, I know our speakers here, and I don't want to hold you up. I appreciate all of you coming here from around the state. I know it's easy for those of us, the Capital Area Council, but from those of you that come here, we certainly value you being here. We appreciate your participation in this event. Like, again, I encourage you next year to come back and it'll be bigger and better, because, you know, everything's always bigger and better in Texas. So with that, I'll step down. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Graff. Okay. The purpose of this assembly is to report to the state of Texas on scouting's progress from the year of 2022. We look forward to hearing about each Texas Council's accomplishments and celebrations from the previous year of our movement. The ideals and pillars of scouting are citizenship, achievement, outdoors, service, leadership, and character. Ideals such as duty to God and country, the good turn, and service to others have become strong elements in our society because of scouting. What we learn and practice today as scouts will help us face the challenges of tomorrow. The United States Congress granted a federal charter to the Boy Scouts of America on June 15th, 1916. Since that time, councils throughout America have reported their community service activities and progress to their respective states. Texas currently has 18 councils, many of which are represented here today. Each delegation's youth representative is prepared to give a short summary of the scouting service in their home council. We are also honored to have Jordan Hale, Deputy Chief of Staff for Governor Abbott, here to receive their reports today. Deputy Chief of Staff Hale began working for Governor in 2006 as an Assistant Attorney General in the Texas Attorney General's Open Records Division. She later moved on to the General Counsel Division of the OAG, serving as the Assistant Public Information Coordinator and then the Public Information Coordinator. She transitioned to Governor Abbott's administration in 2015 as an Assistant General Counsel. Hale has also worked for the United States Senate. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Missouri and a law degree from Southern Methodist University. Now, as each council is called, with a delegate representing that council, please give their report. Let's go on a bit of a road trip. We're going to start south of here on the Riverwalk, with a representative from Alamo Area Council San Antonio. Please come up here and give their report.
Hi, I'm Beth Bowers. I'm representing the Alamo Area Council. Greetings from the Alamo Area Council. We are honored by your invite to speak about the impact scouting has in and around the San Antonio area.
16,391 youth in 2022 experienced character building and scouting, resulting in 25,759 rank advancements, plus 280 who achieved the highest rank in scouting, Eagle Scouts. Our Eagle Scouts have been highlighted locally for their projects. They have done amazing things like rebuild the access ramps at the Kendall County Women's Shelter, construct pergolas and beautifies the courtyards at Craigor Middle School, and create safe place areas for children of a growing church. This year, the mission went global when Eagle Scout Jaden set his sights to India, the birthplace of his parents. There, he upgraded classrooms in an aging school building, completed with new ceiling, lighting, and flooring, and even built 3 sporting courts outside. As a council, we monitor the number of hours of service dedicated to Eagle Scout projects, and in 2022, our Eagle Scouts recorded 42,847 hours of community service, equivalent to $1.3 billion in volunteer service. Keep in mind, that's just labor, not materials. It is evident in 95,000 worth of popcorn productions donated to encourage local heroes and first responders. It is seeing the need of our environment with beaches, rivers, and road cleanup. Doing our duty means uplifting our neighbors with more than 7,000 pounds of food during Scouting for Food campaign. Or Troop 537 committed to packing meals for 10,000 families during the holidays. It's Cub Scout pack collecting 3,000 donations for vulnerable children in SA. It's coming together as a council to meet the needs of our neighbors with coat and supply drives. It's all of us, but please let's not underestimate through scouting, America's commitment to the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. All by doing a good turn daily. Through scouting, these practices become more than an expectation. They are woven through the strong fabrics in our uniform and stitched into our hearts forever. It is a testimony to our commitment of the character and leadership developed in scouting since 1912. Scouting has created a legacy that creates conscious leaders. Merit badges aren't just a patch. It's an introduction into variety career skills and critical life skills necessary for becoming a confident, capable adult. The world benefits from scouting through its members, whether if they're in the program for 1 year or a lifetime. We see the principles of scouting recited in the Scout Law, strengthening faith, family, and social responsibilities. We will continue our mission and commitment to impacting our future in our neighborhoods, cities, and across the globe. And we are grateful for your ongoing support. Thank you.
Okay, now let's get back in the car and head northwest about 300 miles to the Permian Basin. Will the representative from Buffalo Trail Council Midlands come up here and please give their report?
Hello, my name is Connor Alleman, and I am an Eagle Scout from Troop 160, and I am honored to represent the Buffalo Trail Council's report to state here today. Buffalo Trail Council provides service and support to scouting programs all throughout the Permian Basin and will celebrate 100 years of scouting history in 2023. 2022 was an exceptional year for the Buffalo Trail Council. Our volunteers and staff focused on quality programs and membership growth that resulted in a 16% membership increase, which led our service territory. Several outdoor programs were brought back in 2022 after the pandemic, which let new scouts put the outing back in scouting. 18 scouts earned the rank of Eagle Scout. The Buffalo Trail Council operates one of the premier summer camps in the country at Buffalo Trail Scout Ranch, a 9,300-acre property in the beautiful Davis Mountains. Buffalo Trail Scout Ranch, or BTSR, celebrated 75 years of summer camp operations during the 2022 summer camp season. Our camp offers traditional base programs such as horseback riding, rock climbing, or hiking. Scouts from all over the United States travel to West Texas for a true mountaintop experience each year. Thank you.
Now, let's travel 500 miles east on I-20 and I-30 to Texas' most divided city. With a representative from Caddo Area Council Texarkana, please come up here and give their report.
My name's Sexton, and I'm an Eagle Scout from Caddo Area Council, as well as the Lodge Chief for Lodge 232. So Caddo Area Council represents 1,557 youth, as well as 500 adults. In 2022, our unit supported scouting for food and collected 17,000 pounds of canned goods, as well as over 100 books to give and donate to local communities. We provide a scout reach program that helps daycares. So pretty much it, we allow people the opportunity to learn. And then we also have a adults with disabilities program. And so we help out, it's called Opportunities Incorporated. And for the first time in council history, we had a female Eagle Scout. So big deal. We have an exploring program, and in the exploring program, we teach scouts about business and stuff like that in the community, as well as for the 26th consecutive year, we held our winter camp. For venturing Cruz, we represented Circle 10 Council, and they come out to our events. This concludes our annual report.
We're going back home for me now with the representative from the Capital Area Council, Austin. Please come up here and give their report.
Hello and good morning. My name is Cameron Taylor, and I'm an Eagle Scout from Troop 151 from the San Gabriel District in Georgetown. I'm truly honored to be the council representative for the Capital Area Council. The Capital Area Council covers 15 counties in Central Texas. Like everywhere else, COVID slowed our scouts down for a few years. But in 2022, our scouts did some great things to show that scouting is back in Central Texas. Over 2,000 scouts participated in one or more of the 3 camps offered by Capital Area Council. Altogether, our scouts spent about 18,000 nights camping in 2022. Nearly 500 scouts participated in our OA events throughout the year. Scouts contributed more than 100,000 hours of community service, and that's a lot of community service, to make Central Texas a better place to live, including Troop 31 that collected 1,000 pounds of food donations to help neighbors in need. 490 scouts who would not otherwise be able to participate in scouting were served by council-sponsored units. Finally, 403 scouts, 18 of those female, earned the rank of Eagle. So now you see why we are happy to say scouting is officially back and growing stronger every day. And to finish, let the stars be your guide. Thank you.
Now we head north to the home of the Cowboys and High Finance. With a representative from Circle 10 Council, Dallas, please come give their report.
Hello, my name is Brandon Smith. I represent the Circle 10 Council. Circle 10 Council serves 20 countries in North Texas and 4 countries in Southwest Oklahoma. We finished 2022 with 36,436 registered youth. This represented 12% increase over 2021. Our council is ranked 2nd in the nation based upon the total number of registered youth. This number means so much more. 360 youth develop their character. 36,436 youth are learning to be leaders. 36,436 youth are introduced to be experienced that may lead them towards their chosen career. 36,436 youth are developing relationships with mentors and learning to be mentors themselves. 36,436 youth are exploring their faith. 36,436 youth are developing their servant hearts while supporting their community through various service projects. Circle 10 Scouts are learning and achieving the highest levels of their programs with 6.7% of our Scouts earning the rank of Eagle Scouts, 1% of our Scouts ventures earning their highest rank available, and 12% of our percent of Webblers earning their highest rank available. Our 2022 Eagle Scouts provided 82,972 hours of service, which represents nearly $2.5 million worth of donated community service. Our 4 camps, which cover more than 4,200 acres, recorded 346,948 camping days by our Scouts, families, and community during 2022. Thank you.
Now we're gonna take a slight jog east, well, at least in Texas terms, only about 100 miles to Piney Woods, with a representative from East Texas Area Council, Tyler. Please come give their report.
Hello, I'm Caroline Morgan. I'm the Junior Assistant Scoutmaster for Troop 201G out of East Texas Area Council, which represents Longview, Tyler, Lufkin, and surrounding areas. The East Texas Area Council is pleased to report that for the 8th time in 9 years, we had overall membership growth, now serving 5,379 youth overall across all programs. Advancement in camping took huge leaps forward with a 25% increase in the number of Scouts earning their Eagle rank and over 20% increase in youth attending district and council outdoor events. Our turkey camp broke its own record by serving over 430 youth in 2022. We were proud to be honored by the Greater Longview United Way with their Give United Award in 2022 and continued our strong partnership with local publishers and broadcast affiliates to improve our marketing presence to greater than 2 stories per month. The annual Friends of Scouting campaign maintained its performance, and our special event revenue was up nearly $20,000. Overall, Scouting remains strong and vibrant in East Texas, with signs pointing towards an outstanding 2023. Thank you.
We will now turn right back around and head west again to the stockyards and the cattle drives. The representative from Longhorn Council Fort Worth, please come give their report.
Howdy, everyone. My name is Ian Wilhite, and today I'm representing the Longhorn Council 662 for the 2022 calendar year. In 2022, our council grew to 9,624 youth members in 441 units and continued to host many of our classic events and programs, including Powderhorn Aquatic School, Scoro, Cubbo, Haunted Adventure, Brazos River Canoe Races, Worth Ranch Summer Camp, and the University of Scouting. Our council also worked to broaden our program and service to units with the nearly complete Family Adventure Camp at Camp Tahoya, but with our website redesign and a new logo to help modernize our council for growth and appeal to scouting families and potential scouting families alike. But the rebranding was more than just a logo. Our council updated our mission statement to include utilizing our resources to give adventures to all youth interested in the program and guiding new families through the benefits of the scouting program. In order to implement the Family Adventure Camp at Camp Tahoya, the camp underwent heavy renovations to grow program services and more family-friendly camping options for scouting families and non-scouting families alike. To help this goal, our Netopolis Sippo-Shippanak Lodge contributed the funds for an easy launch boat dock and some kayaks to start off their family-friendly aquatics area. Thank you for your time and have a great day.
In our travels so far, we have not yet seen the water. So let's next head to the Gulf Coast and the big city with a representative from Sam Houston Area Council, Houston. Please come and give their remarks.
Thank you. I'm Jake Pintarelli, proud chief of Kalane Lodge, and I will be representing Sam Houston Area Council. The Sam Houston Area Council serves approximately 35,000 youth and adults from the great city of Houston and many surrounding areas. In recent years, our council has made strides in many areas, including diversity, outreach, and service to the community. Additionally, we host the nation's largest Sea Scout fleet and one of the largest Order of the Arrow lodges, Kalane Lodge. However, we wish to recognize the actions of the individuals who make up our council. One of these great individuals is Christopher Janis. Last February, this scout showed what it means to help other people at all times. Christopher happened upon a smoking vehicle, which due to an electronic malfunction, left the doors and windows inoperable with the driver finding left the doors and windows inoperable with the driver finding a piece of, with the driver trapped inside. As the fire began to spread, he searched for something to break the window, finding a piece of construction debris. The scout then risked himself to significant injury by fire, or worse, as the fuel system could have ignited, as he broke the window and pulled the young lady from the vehicle shortly before the fire reached the car's interior. He then called emergency services, had another nearby vehicle moved to a safe distance, and remained on scene until the driver was received by medical personnel. Due to his actions, the driver only sustained a small cut to the arm, and he received the National Heroism Award from Scouts BSA. He exemplifies what Sam Houston Area Council and what our entire program stands for, doing a good turn daily. Thank you.
All right, back in the car for another 500 miles to visit Tech and some prairie dogs. With a representative from South Plains Council Lubbock, please come up here and give their report.
Good morning. My name is Stephen Morton, and I'm a proud member and senior patrol leader of Troop 575 of the South Plains Council of Lubbock, Texas. I recently became the member of the Order of the Arrow, and I did my OA induction at Camp Post. Our troop is chartered by the First Baptist Church of Wolfforth, and I'm in the 9th grade at Lubbock Cooper High School and have been in scouting for 9 years. I'm also representing the youth of West Texas today as a delegate from the South Plains Council. Our territory covers 20 counties, and I'm pleased to tell you today that during Scouting Anniversary Week, we have 3 active Scouts BSA troops serving young women in our council, and they represent 23% of our total youth membership. In 2022, we honored our first 2 female Eagle Scouts and recognized one of them that achieved her reward at the same time that her brother did. Scouting has had a major impact on my life. I've learned independence, hard work, and teamwork. I've worked with my troop on service projects at home, such as wrapping presents for the Lubbock State Supporters Center, and I've also traveled to many exciting places like the U.S. Virgin Islands, doing the Sea Base High Adventure, doing a below freezing snow camp at Camp Tres Ritos, and seeing the beautiful Spanish Peaks while camping at the Spanish Peaks Scout Camp. I'm a Star Scout, and I look forward to earning the rank of life. To my fellow Scouts back home, thank you for allowing me to represent you. And I would also like to thank our leaders that have traveled with us today. And thank you to all those in attendance who give their time to me and my friends, and I can have the opportunity to be part of the Fellowship of Scouting. Thank you.
All this traveling has really worn me out, so I think we need to spend some time lounging on the beach. Let's head back to the coast with the representative of South Texas Council Corpus Christi. Please come up here and give their report.
Morning. Hello. My name is Karina, and I am a Star Scout from the South Texas Council, headquartered in beautiful Corpus Christi, which services 17 counties in the historic and culturally diverse region that we call home, including the Laredo and Victoria regions. It is my pleasure and honor to be here this morning to share with you some highlights from our council. 2022 was an excellent year for scouting in South Texas, and Eagle Scouts contributed over 12,000 community service hours, and other Scouts contributed thousands more in various areas of need. Our annual Scouting for Food drive collected thousands of pounds of non-perishable food items for our communities, and Scouts participated in beach cleanups and other service projects to give back to our communities. Scouts practice their leadership skills by participating in activities like staffing Cub Scout campouts, day camp, and summer camp staff. Scouts also serve as scouting ambassadors events like this Distinguished Citizen Dinner, Friend of Scouting events, and other community events that highlight the impact of scouting on the youth of Scouts today. Scouting in South Texas is diverse. We are proud to serve our large ethnic market and be a leader in diversity. We continue to be a leader in the percentage of female scouts and will continue to expand to more youth. And I'm happy to be a scout representing the rich diversity of South Texas. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you just a little glimpse of the South Texas Council.
Thank you, Council Representatives. At this time, I would like to now ask Deputy Chief of Staff Hale to come up and give her remarks.
Good morning. First of all, I want to thank all of you for coming in, especially, I don't know if any of you have stayed in places without power recently, but Austin, most of us don't, or not most of us, a lot of us don't have power. I haven't had power for 3 days. So it's been an interesting time, but thank you for traveling in. And I'm so impressed by all your remarks and how much you guys have accomplished this year. If you were to add up all those stats that you gave, it's just incredible. I can't think of another organization within the state that could have done so much and impacted so many as the Boy Scouts. What wasn't said in my intro is I'll give you a little bit of my background. I am the Deputy Chief of Staff for the Governor. And so in that role, I can oversee the functioning of our office. I also work very close with Keith and all the great efforts that he does with the Texas Military Preparedness Commission and all things military. I oversee the military department, which is the National Guard. So I work closely with them, a lot of them former Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and things like that. I also work with the Committee on People with Disabilities. So someone mentioned helping the disability community. He also happens to be a former Boy Scout. And the two people I never worry about in my office, if there's a disaster that strikes, are Keith Graft and Ron Lucy, because they are prepared. And you all will be the exact same way. If throw anything your way and you will be ready to go. The other thing, I have my daughter here, Nora, who was a former Cub Scout. She recently stopped being a Cub Scout, but one of my best memories was staying the night with her and her friends in the USS Lexington. Just such a great experience. And I learned so much about Cub Scouts at that point and kind of what you all stand for and all of the great values that you are learning and the life skills in your commitment to this organization. I also have 2 dogs, a rabbit and 2 fish that are trying to survive the freeze. So just so you know what we all kind of go through. So I will say that I didn't have the opportunity to be in Boy Scouts growing up, but I was in 4-H, and it is very similar to what you guys do. I'm so impressed with your ability to be so dedicated to something. And some of you said you've been in Scouts for 9 years, and probably some of you even more. I mean, it's just incredible, your dedication. You're also developing these incredible leadership skills. And you're able to lead others and others that don't have the skills that you've developed in Cub Scouts. I think that's just wonderful. You're never going to sit on the sidelines and wait for someone else to rise to the occasion. You are going to be able to do that. The character that you've developed in this. I mean, you obviously are thinking of others and putting others in front of yourselves and helping neighbors in need. I heard all the different things that you've done for your communities. It's just outstanding. And the life skills, like I said, being able to survive in a time of disaster, or being able, in my position, we're always thinking about how do we respond? How do we move the chess pieces to make things work? What happens first in order to make something else happen? And lots of times it's stepping in when others can't make those decisions and they haven't had the experience. So you're learning that here. You're so respectful. And I really appreciate that. It's just, especially in today's day and age, it's just wonderful to see how respectful you are of each other, of elders, and of those that are out there with you and your peers. It's just so great. Setting goals. And that's one of the things that I remember doing as a kid, is every year I would say, okay, by the end of this, year in 4-H or whatever, I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to try this new project. I'm going to do this. And we didn't have patches, but we had ribbons. So it was kind of similar, but it's a big deal. And that will carry you forward in all of your endeavors in life. In our office and in my career, it's always been, okay, I'm doing this and it's great, but what's next? What's next on the list? And what can I do to push myself and to benefit myself and others? So that's amazing. My daughter pointed out friendship was one of the things that she loved about Cub Scouts. It's just that you get to be around these other people that are incredible and develop these lifelong friendships. They will always have to call upon each other and to be there in times of need or in times of celebration. It's great to have those friendships, and what a great way to get through life. And then again, volunteering and being a good neighbor. Right now, in the capital city, we're all relying on our neighbors, and you guys learned that a neighbor in need, you were there. And the same goes for them, hopefully, to help you out. But that's what it's all about. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for being such amazing people. And I really hope that you've learned a lot in this conference. I hope that you've had a great opportunity to talk to each other and just have a good time. That's all I have. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'm happy to tell you about the governor's office, or to tell you about anything else you have questions about. No question. All right. Well, if you ever want to come to the Capitol and come to the governor's office upstairs and see things outside of this, please let us know. I love showing people all the cool things that are here, all the amazing things that the governor does. And the Texas legislature is in session right now, but I'm a little partial to the governor's office. But we are working to make Texas a better place, just like you are. So thank you all.
Thank you, Deputy Chief of Staff Hale. This now concludes our 2023 Report to State ceremony. Thank you once again to Director Graff, Deputy Chief of Staff Hale, and Dr. Urban. As we conclude our event, will the delegates please join me in the outdoor rotunda just down the hall for a group photo. Thank you for joining us. Have a blessed day and a great year of scouting in 2023.
Thank you.